Marsh.
Thank you, Chairman, and welcome to all of our guest panelists as well. My first question will be for Ms. Durbin. Ms. Durbin, you probably know this, but we lose more farmers to suicide than we do from farming accidents. We're losing 1, 2, 3 farmers a day now to suicide. It's said that the rate of suicide in farmers is multiple compared to other professions. And I think the reasons, to me, are somewhat obvious. The stress is real out there. It's very real in farmland. And I bet the suicide rate in farmers is proportionate to their debt and their net income as well. And the added stress for a farmer is that this isn't just a business I started. I'm a 5th generation farm kid. My children would be the 6th, and now I have grandchildren would be the 7th. All over Kansas, 6th, 7th generation farmers and ranchers are feeling that challenge. So the stress is real. Farmer suicide is very real as well. It's not often talked about, but Farm Credit is actually out there leading, trying to educate farmers how to recognize it, how to be a good neighbor. I just want to compliment you. Maybe you could share a little bit about your program. There's no one that knows that a good farm loan agent, community bank, Farm Credit knows their customer, and they know when that stress is real. So maybe you can talk a little bit about what you're doing to try to address that farmer suicide rate.
So thank you, Senator, for raising that question to me today. And what you shared is real. And I think we all could agree that if we look back over history, farmers are no stranger to, challenge. And our farmers are resilient. And, I know some of this firsthand. I'm a farmer myself. My husband and I have our own farming operation, and I understand the stress that comes with that. Farmers have the most faith of anyone I know.
I do.
And so when you think about that, there's so much out of their control. They can't control the weather. They can't control prices. And so there is a lot of stress that comes with that. And so when you think about the current economic environment in agriculture, that stress is compounded, right? And so one of the things that I continue to be extremely proud of, not only as a farmer, but working for the Farm Credit system, specifically Farm Credit Mid-America, and the ways that we are partnering with our industry partners to help our customers experiencing that stress. And so one of the things that we have done as a system is partner with the American Farm Bureau, the National Farmers Union, on the Resilience Program, Resilience Relief, which is a free program for online help and coaching to farmers, farm families that are experiencing that stress, and helping them work through that stress and how to do that in a way that helps them thrive coming out on the other side. And so for me, working for an organization and the Farm Credit system that truly keeps the customer at heart, our 109-year-old mission is to serve all of agriculture and to be there for customers in good and challenging times, providing reliable credit to our farmers. And that is something that I'm extremely proud of, and I appreciate that you raised that question today.
Yeah, and just in case anybody's out there watching, listening, I think the number is 988. Lacey, is it 988? The 988 number you can call if you're having suicidal thoughts. Maybe it's your neighbor, though, that's having, you recognize something about your neighbor, that they're not sleeping well, that they're not going to the high school basketball games this time of the year, they're not going to church, that you might recognize something. Be a good neighbor and say, hey, let's go get a cup of coffee. Or if it's really bad, let's call 988. Let's go to Ms. Hoke next. You deal with crop insurance every day, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure I understand, why is crop insurance increasing so much? I mean, I assume it is. Is it input cost? Is it Mother Nature? Why are crop insurance rates going up?
Yeah, I think crop insurance creates certainty. And if I can comment on your previous question, we are passionate at RCIS around the mental health and wellness of our farmers. It's a topic we've been trying to raise more to the forefront, so I love that you raised that. As crop insurance, we are actually, our adjusters are out there on the front line in the moment when that loss occurs, and there, having been there myself, it's extreme stress for a farmer. You're thinking about the loan you have to pay off, you're thinking about your family, you're thinking about education for your kids, and you're facing a loss and not quite sure what's going to happen. Those crop insurance agents, we have created training for them to be first responders, to have a sense of an awareness when they're interacting even with a farmer out in the field in that loss adjusting moment. So there are so many moments that we can all take to be good neighbors, to be careful and thoughtful about the mental health and wellness of those around us. I wanted to,
Thank you.
to add that. I think it's so important to share.
And if I could share one thing back with you, and I talked to this with Farm Credit, you need to make sure that your own employees get some TLC after those events as well, because it is traumatic to them as well. No one likes to go in and have a metal shed cell. No one likes to go in there in these traumatic events and work the adjustment. It's tough on your employees too.
Very much, agreed. Crop insurance, back to your first question, crop insurance is a really important tool. The availability of that to all farmers across the country is critical to this program, ensuring that it's affordable, that it's widely available, that it serves our farmers across all crops, and that important to the program itself, that it's actuarially sound, that we have the right data, we have the right understanding of those products to make sure that they're available to serve our farmers in America when they need it the most.
So when I ask people, why is flood insurance going up so much, and the answers would be, well, it costs a lot more to replace a home. There's more storms, there's more floods. In crop insurance, is it also a reflection, though, just rising input costs and interest rates as well, or why? I assume there's some reasons.
Yeah, the cost of crop insurance will be driven by two predominant things. The yields that come out, and those yields can be impacted by weather. They could be impacted by a farmer's particular choice around seed or inputs that they put into their crop, and it will be absolutely impacted by the commodity price.
Thank you so much, Chairman.